Now, to begin with, could we just get your name?
Thomas.
Glenn Thomas. And where do you live?
At Colton. With Takeda.
What did you for a living?
I love it. I work up in Cascade.
So, when you saw these things, what were you doing at that time?
Well, I was supposed to be watching a cat scan as he was fire trailing, but it was awful cold, and I walked a mile or so down the trail because he had no need of anyone at that time, and I wanted to warm up and see the country. And, well, up where he was, it was cold east wind blowing, but a little farther down, a little lower elevation, there was a west wind coming in underneath.
What time of year was it?
It was late fall. It was last weekend in deer season, I think.
And this was to what year?
67.
1967.
Yes.
I see. And so then you're walking down the road.
It's a trail, just a mountain trail. It's they have several of them up there. They're footpaths and for horses.
How high would you be?
About between 4,000 and 5,000 foot elevation. And well, at the time I came out lower. I came out down into the fog, and before I saw anything, and the fog was freezing on the trees because it was so cold. But as the wind would blow, it would break and fall off, and kind of noise. It made it noisy. Seemed like walking until I came around a bend. Well, at first I noticed some rocks that were turned over. Well, anyway, all the other rocks were wet because of the fog. And these rocks were dry. And then I looked about 40 or 50 feet, kind of up on a ridge of rock. And I saw the animals there, looked like human or about. A large male, a female that wasn't so large, and a small baby. Well, not really small. It was moving with them. It was standing up mostly. The two older ones were squatting down and kind of bending as they picked up rocks and smelled of them, and they were really careful. And they moved on for a few minutes, and then finally the male became, I found possibly what he was looking for and dug real fast down into the rock, which were old, large boulder, not the round type rock, but the flat, sharp kind.
Had there been a slide there?
No. I could not explain why they are there. They're on top of the ridge. They couldn't have come down from anywhere. But they are loose. There's quite a few holes underneath them, and they are as if they had been broken up. Or well, it definitely is not the round river type rock. But they would pick them up, and they would, as they would smell of them, they would lay them down on top of the others. They didn't just lay them back where they picked them up. They stacked them up in a pile. And when the male found what he was looking for, he dug real fast. Really made the rocks fly. Big ones weighing 50, 60, or even possibly 100 pounds. He didn't seem to have any, take any precaution for his safety, later on I looked, and there was some rock there that could have fell on him. But he wasn't concerned. He brought out what appeared to be a grass nest or possibly some stored hay that small rodents had stored there. And when they dug through them and brought out the rodents, they seemed to eat them. The rodents seemed to be in hibernation or asleep or something. 6 or 8 of the rodents. The small one, I noticed, only got one. But the others got 2 or 3 apiece. But about that time, they became aware of my presence and were, well, just came alert. And
You were still standing on the road down below?
no. I had was alongside of this trail, the footpath that follows the ridge. And I was alongside of that. I didn't remember getting there, but I was squatting down behind a small tree when I became aware of where I was.